workers here in central Indiana say a potential government shutdown would strain their families and jeopardize the services you use. News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist explains how widespread the impact would be.
The employee unions here in Indianapolis say younger federal employees are especially worried about the possibility of a government shutdown. And even the ones who've gone through several shutdowns already say they don't like the looks of this one. Duncan Giles has led the local Treasury Employees Union for more than 20 years. He's seen what a shutdown can do.
We've got too many people living paycheck to paycheck, including people who are both members of the federal government. And when you have a couple that's both working for the federal government and both going to be without their paycheck, that can get really nasty very quickly.
The House Budget Committee says Indiana has roughly 27,000 federal government workers. About half of them work in Indianapolis. Those numbers don't include military personnel or contractors.
I mean, it's unconscionable what's going on.
Arnold Scott has run the regional chapter of his union for a quarter century. He says a shutdown feels inevitable at this point.
I mean, the last time, I don't know if people realize, but you had federal workers that were out here getting food stamps. And they have a family. I mean, they're your next door neighbors. They have a family.
Giles and Scott both say this affects everyone else more than you might think.
When you go to the store and you buy food, you got employees with the FDA that inspect that food to make sure that it's safe for you. When you're flying in the airplane and you want to make sure that you're safe, those employees are TSA workers.
They say now's the time to lobby Congress for a budget deal. That and plan how to survive without a paycheck.
So now is when it gets really nervous for everybody. So we've been telling them, try and save your money, cut your expenses. If it's going to be any length of time, cut out eating out, cut out cable, cut out whatever you need to do to save your money.
If there is a shutdown, federal employees will automatically receive back pay once the shutdown ends. In downtown Indianapolis, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Well, the countdown clock on a government shutdown ticks away as lawmakers on Capitol Hill battle over spending bills. The Senate now working on a bipartisan measure that would fund the government through November 17th and includes more aid for Ukraine. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is bypassing that effort to back a bill in his chamber that includes more money for border enforcement. House Republicans are planning late-night votes today on what's become a series of spending bills.